Hello? Okay. Oh, all right. We started. Okay. I'm sorry. What the hell? Hi. Having technical issues as is normal. Hold on. Let me. You guys can't even see me yet. Okay. Hi. Hi, everybody. It is Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction. How you guys doing? I'm still trying to get the hang of things over here. Also trying to get a routine. You know what I mean? So the can't even talk. Yeah, I'm still not in a routine just yet. Like it almost feels like I'm lost in my one-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? Where I feel like I'm hesitating, trying to figure out what am I supposed to be doing at this time? You know what I mean? But I am trying to get back to the gym. I went to the gym yesterday and today. My rest is going to be tomorrow. But I think the idea is going forward, I'd be going to the gym straight after I get home from work, and then after that, I'll because I arrive back at home like at 5:15 or 5:30. I'll have plenty of time to, take a shower and get on live at 7 o'clock. So I'm going to try and make that my routine now, making my streams more consistently at 7 p.m. Well, Central now, rather than 7 o'clock Eastern, but still same thing, 7 o'clock. I don't see. I know. I need to get this thing out of its box and put it together. Maik and Serrano are getting antsy. They're currently using the couch as a scratching post replacement. That's why this cover is on there in the first place. So, I saw that's also Ed. Thank you for reminding me. 209. I still haven't seen Sovereign yet. I need to see that movie. Like, I can't be a sovereign citizen centric YouTube channel without having seen Sovereign at this point. Welcome, Big Raiders. Welcome to the show. I'm currently, yelling at myself for being lazy and not doing what I should be doing to help this channel grow. Welcome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. As always. Welcome, Raiders. So today, we're going to cover 2 Sovereign Citizen videos. One is going to be from Judge Simpson, who is talking to yet another. We've already seen him before. Apparently, he's back again. I completely forgot that the Judge Simpson remanded him in jail, so that's why he's in jumpers. And then we're going to have another sovereign citizen for another judge. I can't remember his name, and I feel bad for it. But welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much. Hit that like button if you can. Check out my Discord, as always, and sit back and relax and enjoy. Hopefully, you guys haven't seen these yet. I try to stick to I try to stick to sovereign citizen-related content during the week, and then I tend to go to the body cams on Fridays and the weekend, so... Okay, let's move in. All right, this is Judge Simpson, and this is the very annoying, just very annoying sovereign citizen character who was originally I feel like he was hiding his power level at the first hearing, but then he went full mask off, sov sit by the second hearing. But all right, you watched it on. Wait, is the movie out on Prime? Hold on a second. Is the movie Sovereign out on Prime already? If so, then I'm absolutely going to rent that and watch it and give you guys this take. All right. Colin recently had a good video where he played a Soft Guru video with comments by attorneys. Wait, Colin, which Colin are we talking about, Marnie? All right, let's watch it. Yes, there is a sovereign citizen movie that came out a couple weeks ago called Sovereign. It is based off of real life events. You guys should check it out. All right.
Do you wish to still proceed without an attorney?
I just want to know, where do you get your powers?
wish
Are
to
you an Article
proceed-
3 judge or an Article 6 judge?
Oh boy.
Here we go. Court does call the
Colin,
case
not
of the people
Cromwell?
versus Daniel Magoon.
Magoon, that's what it is. Magoon. knew we had a
Good morning,
goofy
Your
name.
Honor. Ashley Lottie for the people.
Sir, state your name.
I'm here on a special appearance, Your Honor.
All right.
For Magoo is Easy Elastical Trust, registered in Jackson County. On a case number 2522246.
Ecclesiastical trust. Oh no, he's a religious sovereign
Okay,
citizen.
is your name Daniel Magoo?
Your Honor, that is the name you seek and it is copyrighted and trademarked.
Okay, very well. Ms. Magoo, are you represented by an attorney or do you wish to be represented by an attorney on these matters?
I am not.
Do you wish to be?
Nope. Not
Nope.
this time.
Let me then do this. You have two cases before this court, one being the case ending, let me get the full case number 25 F40523. In that case, sir, the complaint does allege that on March 27, 2004, you committed the offense of operating while intoxicated. Do you understand what you're charged with?
I do not.
You do not
There
understand
is
that?
no eyewitnesses or corroborating witnesses at all.
I'm not asking whether or not the proofs are there. Do you understand?
Yeah. Well, so we're already in the wrong spot. Right now, we're at arraignment or first appearance. He's asking him whether or not he understands the charges against him. We're not here to litigate your case. And also, the witness would be the officer. They don't need a corroborating witness.
What you are charged with?
I do not.
Do you understand the notion of drunk driving?
I do not understand how I could be
We've been
charged with
through this
something without a
before on
witness.
your other cases when you represent yourself, so we'll just do it.
Are you talking about the case that's in federal court right now,
You
Your
are
Honor?
before a complaint in that case for a charge of operating while intoxicated third
Oh yeah, I completely forgot to. This guy also has filed a federal lawsuit against Judge Simpson.
offense. Because it's a third offense, that is a felony. It is punishable by up to $500 to $5,000, up 1 to 5 years incarceration. The court can order probation, 30 days to 1 year in jail, or at least 48 hours must be conserved consecutively. The court can also order community service, rehabilitative programs. The court can also order your vehicle immobilized, can order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services.
As I am here and as a trust, Your Honor, I am here in exclusive equity.
You count 2 on that complaint is the charge of operating while license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs, and your vehicle could be subject to immobilization.
My license is
Count
canceled,
3.
not suspended or revoked. It is canceled through the state
On
of
that
Michigan.
complaint
Of
Canceled.
course it was.
is the charge of escape from lawful custody. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year, a $1,000 fine.
I was never arrested or read any Miranda rights accordingly.
Given that the defendant's
Oh my God.
talking in English, that he understands English, understands the nature of those charges and what he's charged against.
So malicious prosecution by
wishes
Washington
to
County
represent
prosecutor as
himself.
usual.
Sir, there is great peril in representing yourself. You will be held to the same standards as anybody apply or for.
This is a matter under the Eastern District of Michigan Federal Court. Case number 2511226.
Not gonna lie, I'm actually shocked that Judge Simpson is letting him interrupt and talk over him right now. I'm actually kind of shocked about that. Hey, Fairy does.
Represented by counsel. I would further indicate, sir, that at any point during these proceedings, if you wish to be represented by counsel, you can make that request to the court and counsel would be appointed to represent you. Because of the defendant's conduct in the past in not acknowledging the court and what the court is saying, the court does make the presumption that he does speak English. He understands that. I would further state on the record that Mr. Magoo has been through this process before. He does understand that if he does wish to be represented by counsel, the court would give him counsel or would have counsel appointed to represent him in this matter. In the case.
Kat, thank you for the $2 super chat. You look really relaxed and happy. Yay. Thank you, Kat. I'm actually really hungry right now. So as soon as the stream's over, I'm getting some food.
25 F309 0979. In that case, sir, you are before a complaint that alleges that on or about July 3rd,
Sat Hale just donated 100. They said how about a goodle, albeit late, Texas welcome. Lol.
Thank you, Sethale, for the $100 tip. I don't know why you guys also got a jump scared. I'll have to fix that, but thank you very much for that. Holy, and you really you got me good with that one. Whew. Yeah, thank you very much for that. I apologize to the audience for getting that one. Yeah, I apologize. That won't happen again. I just made the edit. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sathael, for that. Yep.
in fourth degree.
Added on by the
Police
prosecutor's
officer.
office after the
Sir,
fact.
that is a felony, punishable by up
Malicious
to 2 years
prosecution.
incarceration and a $2,000 fine plus court costs, mandatory suspension by the Secretary of State.
My Secretary of
two
State, anything
is
is canceled. I have
operating
no contracts with the state of
Vehicle,
Michigan.
that is a misdemeanor.
This is a
Charged
matter of
with
trust, Your Honor. This is a matter of trust.
punish-
Okay, you know what? Actually, I take back my earlier half criticism of Judge Simpson, because this isn't Judge Simpson's first rodeo with this guy. I think he knows that, you know, it's a waste of everybody's time if he back talks to the guy and tells him to stop with the bullshit. I think it's better if he just steamrolls him and just continues on with the proceeding and not even taking the guy's bait.
I am protected under a
90
trust.
days in jail, a $100 fine plus court cost. Count 3 on that complaint alleges operating a motor vehicle without security. That is a misdemeanor, not punishable by not more than 1 year incarceration and not less than $200 nor $500 fine plus court cost. Count 4 is operating while license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor.
All of my registrations are through the
By up to
federal government.
days,
I have federal
$500
government
fine
registration.
plus
I do
court
not have
costs.
contracts with the
Vehicle could
state.
be subject to mobilization. Count 5 on that complaint alleges refusal to obey refusal to
I have an international driver's
police
permit.
officer. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days, $100 fine plus court cost. I would indicate to the defendant the same admonishments regarding the perils in representing oneself that I stated in the other case also apply to this case.
Were you served your
And that
notice
if
and
the
summons yet, Your Honor?
wishes to have counsel appointed, the court would consider or would appoint counsel to represent him in this matter, and he apparently wishes to.
Marty, Artie, you say I want? Is that I can't want to write a Sovset guide reference for judges? I mean, part of me will like want to do that, but another part of me is one, lazy, because I'm a gamer and I like playing video games, and two, when after work, and two, I would mostly direct everybody to read the Canadian case. Oh my god, and I forgot it already. There's a Canadian case where the judge in a divorce proceeding basically outlines the entirety of sovereign citizens, and he breaks them down perfectly about who they are, what they believe. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot the name of it. I'm sure it's going to come back to me later, but I just direct people to that.
Proceed.
Were you served your notice
Having
and summons
notice
for federal
of
court?
the charges, sir, do you wish to still proceed without
Means,
an attorney?
thank you, Gary.
I just want to know, where do you
Do
get your
you
powers?
wish
Are
to
you an Article
proceed?
3 judge or an Article 6 judge? Where
Do
are your
you
vested
wish to
powers? Can you
proceed
answer
without
that?
an attorney?
Article 6. Okay, all right, this is going to be an indictment against me. But there's Article 1, judges. there's Article 3 judges, and there's Article 4 judges. Yeah, I don't know why my audio is kind of finicky today. Again, issues. Oh, Article 6 of the Michigan State Constitution. Okay, all right, that makes sense. All right.
You can't even answer
look
me
it
what your
up.
powers are.
You can look it up.
No, you guys disconnected my access to any kind of law library or anything. You are an Article 6 judge under the Michigan Constitution. You have no authority to deprive me of my
You'll
rights.
see how much authority I have. I will assume that you wish.
This is a matter
to
of
proceed without
trust.
counsel. I will assume you wish to proceed without counsel and that you will wish to continue to proceed.
Practicing
without
law
counsel
from the
until you
bench.
Inform the court
Praise the Lord from
otherwise.
bench.
Ms. Lundy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cat in Virginia, thank you for the $5 super chat. Is that the same Canadian case? I think so, Cat. And I think the Meads character got the memo after that one.
Is the court completed the arraignment for the record at this time?
Well, he had been arraigned. I was just admonishing him of the perils of representing himself and that it requires in part that I let him know what he is charged with. And I've read them kind of in fully, more so than I would have because he refuses to acknowledge those. So I am satisfied that he now knows all of the charges that are against him.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people would like to be heard on bond when appropriate.
All right. What do we want to set this for? Do you wish to have a preliminary examination, sir?
This is a matter of a federal matter now, Your
Oh my
Honor,
God.
under case number 2511226, under the Eastern District of Michigan, under the Honorable Mark A. Goldsmith and Magistrate Judge David R. Grand. This
Do you
is,
wish to have-
this is,
do you
this,
wish
there
to
is
have a
no,
preliminary
there is no proceeding here, Your Honor.
There is no proceeding. Oh, there's a proceeding.
Well, malicious prosecution is what the proceeding is.
Okay, very good. Do you wish to have a preliminary examination?
There's no proceeding, Your Honor. This is a matter that should be stayed and
What is
dismissed.
the people's position on whether or not we should set this for a preliminary examination or adjourn the probable cause?
Your Honor, I don't know if the defendant has received all discovery in this matter as he is representing himself, so I would request a probable cause date, potentially.
Because you've got to send it.
Yeah, and who restricted
So,
my
probable
phone
cause
calls?
Conference, you know what? You're gonna have to stop interrupting. I will give
All right. I think Judge Simpson's at his wit's end. I apologize. Shelley, thank you for the 16 months. Thea, thank you for the 42 months.
you an opportunity. You've been before me before. I will give you an opportunity to say whatever you want to say, but I'm not going to have you interrupt me, and I'm not going to have you interrupt the people when they're talking. Ms. Lundy, you were saying.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have to there's video evidence in addition to the paper discovery. I've got to make arrangements with Lieutenant Arnett to work on that. So it may take just a bit longer. I would potentially look at the 7th, maybe, if the court would have entertained that. And then I will wait to be heard on bond when the time is appropriate.
I will adjourn the probable cause August 7th, 2025, 9 a.m. As to bond.
Your Honor, I've been reviewing ex-jail and I wanted to double check if the defendant had been arraigned. It's not clear to me from a couple of different things, but it does appear that he has been set with a $10,000 bond in 25F30979, as well as 25F40523, each $10,000.
Yes.
Your Honor, I do think it's important that the court have some additional information, and I would like to ask the court to revisit the issue of bond. First and foremost, I think it's important the court know that the facts alleged in the newest case, the 25F30979, it does include the fact that the Michigan State trooper who pulled the defendant over noted in his police report that the defendant had a license plate on his vehicle that indicated he was a diplomat and that he refused to identify himself. He refused for quite a bit of time. Additionally,
of course, he put on diplomatic tags on there. Yeah, not surprising.
units had to be brought to the scene from the sheriff's department in order to, for lack of a better term, deal with the situation. And ultimately, they were able to identify him as the defendant, Daniel Magoo. The concern with that goes along with the other case, which is an OWI. It is charged as a third. I will note that it is a true fourth, to the best of my understanding. So there does appear to be an alcohol problem going on. And I also think it's important for this court to know, because I don't know that the court knows, the defendant has a third new case telecommunications malicious use with a domestic relationship that is
Oh no. Oh boy. Uh-oh.
currently pending as well. He's also been set $10,000, 10% in that matter. But I think
Where is that case out of?
that case is out of 14B, Your Honor, before Judge Washington.
A co-defendants with the federal case that you guys are both in, and this is a conflict of interest as both of you guys are defendants in my federal case.
Go ahead.
I also understand, Your Honor, that there is a municipal case out of Canton Township that was set for a jury trial in April of this year where the defendant failed to appear. And
FTA.
there were jurors, there was a veneer that had been brought in. And I bring all of this up to say, Your Honor, that the people are concerned about the defendant's ability to remain law abiding, because I'll also note for the record that at the time that the new resisting, obstructing, fleeing, eluding case and the telecommunications malicious use case came up, he was in bench warrant status before Judge Slay, is my understanding, for refusing to come after the case here had been bound over, refusing to appear in person. I say all of that to say this. I do think that $10,000 is too low. And I also am going to request a scram tether because this is an OWI 4th alleged, as well as a GPS tether, given his history of failure to appear and failure to comply with court regulations. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is the bench warrant before Judge Slay still out?
She has bond denied in her case now.
His bond's been denied in that.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Got it.
Uh-oh.
Anything you'd like to say?
Anything to do with any contracts with the state of Michigan are void ab initio for a matter of law, as I have an canceled driver's license and I have an international driver's permit. And that also relates to the Canton case that they're trying to stick me for a driving unlicensed suspended citation in which that I have an international driver's permit, making it also void. All of my matters, including the vehicle that I'm registered under, are registered to the federal government, not the state, under the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. All of these charges are frivolous and a part of.
So, but if he was a diplomat,
A long pattern of malicious prosecution.
So, right from Wiki, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration is an agency of the United States Department of Transportation that regulates the trucking industry in the United States.
By Ms. Londy, the Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office, and quite frankly, you, Your Honor.
Hearing argument regarding bond, the court does believe that it was an abuse of discretion given the circumstances of this defendant to set his bond at the $10,000 figure. After hearing argument, viewing the file, the court does believe that not only does the defendant pose a risk to the public,
No
I
victims.
do believe that the defendant is a risk of flight given those circumstances, and has indeed discharged in this case.
I don't think for the $5. I noticed that sovereign citizens tend to say they are not U.S. citizens. The times we're in, not a good idea to throw that fact around. True, very, very true. I am very curious as to how many sovereign citizens make the "I'm not a U.S. citizen" line for their first appearance. I have a strong feeling that that's been diminished.
Refused to obey or fled and eluded.
That was added on afterwards. The police officer did not report that at all.
The court, given those circumstances, would in each case raise the defendant's bond, grant the people's motion. Defendant's bond in each matter is set in the amount of $50,000 cash here. Thank you.
The tethers I requested, if he is able to post, Your Honor.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice try.
If everybody doesn't mind, the court's gonna take a very brief recess, and then I will come back and we will finish them.
All right.
Yes. For those who don't know, there is a Hollywood-made movie about two real-life sovereign citizens. It is the infamous event. I can always forget the names. It's the infamous event back in 2010. I think it was 2010 or early 2011, where a father-son duo of sovereign citizens were stopped by a police officer in either Arkansas or Tennessee, and you can tell while as the officer was distracted by the mountain of paperwork that they handed him, the son and the father gunned him down, him and his partner, and left them in a ditch on the highway. It turned it West Memphis, Arkansas. Thank you. It turned into a high-speed chase where ultimately the father-son were killed by law enforcement at the end of it. It was only until after the incident when you found that the father's I don't know if it was his YouTube channel, that you started seeing videos of this guy, Jerry and Joseph Kane, of Jerry Kane broadcasting his guru seminars about getting out of mortgages, traffic tickets, and the like. Yes, it's Nick Offerman is in the movie. So yes, persnickety, exactly. He was the son of a police chief, and yeah, he made it his. That incident really like heightened the national awareness of sovereign citizens. Sovereign citizens have always been around. They absolutely have, but they didn't reach the national level consciousness until after that broke up, after that video. So that's yeah. The movie is called Sovereign, just straight up Sovereign. There's another movie that recently came out that was made by sovereign citizens, and that is a movie where they try to pretend that they're not unhinged and that there really is a grand conspiracy. That one, I'm trying my best to figure out how I can get a copy of it. But right now they're only doing live screenings at small places in Arizona, Colorado, California. So we'll have to wait for that one. All right. This is going to be with, I think this is Judge Jackson. Yes. I think it's Judge Jackson.
Chris, can you unmute yourself, start your camera and state your name, please? Good morning to you. Good morning. What's your name, sir?
Rashawn Lundy Mays. Rashawn Lundy Mays.
Very well. Chris,
Perkins.
Good morning to you. What is your name, please, sir?
Perkins.
Christopher Gray.
Christopher
I'm your
Green.
attorney in fact for the special appearance attorney in fact for Gray Christopher.
There you go.
Say, what is that? Christopher, good morning to you. Christopher.
Good morning.
So an attorney in fact I think it was an actual term, but I think it's out of style. It's pretty archaic. But this guy is attorney. Sovereign citizens like to believe that if you have the power of attorney, that means you can act as an attorney. But yeah, it just means that you have power of attorney. But people don't say that anymore. They just say I have power of attorney over X, Y, and Z. But these guys like to pretend that they're actual attorneys.
Or Green.
Gray, G-R-A-Y.
G-R-A-Y. All right. Mr. Christopher Gray.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Are you, what is your date of birth, please? Okay.
What?
Would I be correct in saying that you do not want an attorney?
You would be accurate in that assessment, sir.
This is the city of Detroit versus Christopher Gray, case number SP 1357945, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1191985, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1629749, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 267865, counts 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my goodness.
Appearance, state your name for the record, please.
I'm appearing as Christopher Gray, attorney in fact for Christopher L. Gray under the limited power of attorney. It's a limited appearance made solely to address the jurisdiction and procedural defects of the matter that we have before us. I'm not consenting or to any presumed or implied claims.
All right. So obviously he's reading from a script.
And what we're looking for is the verified evidence and proper legal process to be adhered to. The notice that we received was insufficient under MCR 1.105J, and it didn't meet the due process standards. The complaint didn't have the essential elements, that the court requires, and it wasn't signed by the prosecutor. So I'm saying that there's no jurisdiction, and
No jurisdiction.
That the court rule and dismiss it for lack of jurisdiction.
Cited court rule MCR 1. Cite that rule again, please.
MCR court rule MCR 1-208, 1-108. Is that 1-10? MCR 1. Wait, let me have that. MCR 1-105.
MCR, that's construction. These rules are to be construed, administered, and employed by the parties and the court to secure the just, speedy, and economical determination of every action, and to avoid the consequence of error that does not affect the substantial rights of the parties.
So what he cited is a general rule of construction for a statute. It's just a way for the legislature to inform the reader of generally what the legislative intent was, and that how a court can interpret the following statutes when there's an issue of ambiguity.
So I'll deny your motion based on that rule.
Could you explain, Your Honor?
No, I'm not going to explain.
No.
I don't answer questions. I ask them. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. I'm going to give you a $0 bond. If you want to appear before the court on your own behalf, you have to know the rules. And you cited a rule, and I denied your motion on that rule that you cited. Okay.
Well, what I'm asking is your explanation as to why on the record, so that I can address that issue directly, Your Honor.
Well, the explanation, you said that you cited that rule because the court didn't have proper notice, right?
Yes.
All right. So that rule that you read had nothing to do with notice.
Correct.
But in actuality, it does, Your Honor.
Actually,
Well,
I have to correct you.
I say that it doesn't. So based on that, I'm denying your motion. You can take it up to the circuit court and appeal my decision if that's your choice.
Understood.
What do you want to do with these cases, sir? You want to offer or do you want to set it for a jury trial?
I would consider an offer.
Okay, go in the breakout room, Miss Snyder. Mr. Gray is appearing on his own. Oh, she's in. Let her speak to the attorney, and I'll put you in a breakout room with the city attorney when she's done. Okay.
Very good.
Let's pass the matter. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gray, Mr. Christopher Gray. I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel and see if you could resolve the matter. As I'm being told, and I'll let you tell me for the record, that you want a jury trial date. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, what happened the last time? So now we're not gonna keep doing this. There was a jury trial date on 6/24/2025 set. And
we were looking for. I was looking for notice to.
Oh my God! Oh, he FTA'd his previous jury trial. Of course he did. Also, Wazoo, thank you for the 43 months.
Notice from the court. I didn't receive that, and so that was.
But we talked about that. Turn your camera on. But you got notice when you left the court room that day, right? When we were on Zoom, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not gonna happen again, all right?
Understood.
So is this New Bedford Street your address now?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, where are we talking about? Do you want me to update your address here with the court?
Yes. Can I send that to you?
Send it in the chat, yeah, please.
Yes, sir.
The jury trial date is gonna be August.
Now I am. Thank you for the 50 minutes.
19th, 2025.
Get off the counter.
And at 8:30, we'll just have everybody appear at 8:30. I'm gonna set a final pre-trial date. The jury trial date is gonna be in person. Jury trial in person. Final pre-trial. All parties must appear, but you don't have to appear in person for the final pre-trial. The final pre-trial can be on Zoom, but all parties must appear. That includes the officers. And then on August the 18th, that'll be the final pre-trial at 8:30.
Understood.
Are there going to be any motions? Let's just set a motion date for let's make a motion date for August the 8th. Motions due August the 8th, 2025, and a response to the motion, if any, will be August the 15th, 2025. I'm waiting on now the new address.
Did you get that?
Yes.
Got it? Okay.
Yes. What I'll do also, what is the zip code over there?
4216.
So this is well, I think
That's in the city of Detroit.
Yes, sir.
All right. 235. All right, so anything further? Anything further? from any other department?
No,
Not for the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
thank you.
Very, very well. All right, Mr. Gray, if there's nothing further,
I was wondering who was talking in the background. Is the state? I think Perkins did a good job. Just cut him off. My problem though is, so especially for a lot of these guys, I actually have nothing against virtual hearings. I think they're actually invaluable. They're good for the people. For what I mean by that, for the citizens and the staff to be able to, more conveniently attend their court hearings without, necessarily affecting their daily lives as much as if they were having to drive or take up public transportation to the actual courtroom. But I still think that they're a privilege. And I feel like if you're dealing with somebody who has, multiple FTAs and has a record of absconding and bail jumping, I feel like they should never be allowed to do virtual hearings. They should absolutely be required to show up. And I feel like I feel like most of the time the judges give them a lot of leeway for that. All right. I don't even agree with that. I'm actually okay with a trial. Trial could be virtual as well. Again, but it's always should be treated as like a privilege, and that could be taken away for if they have bad behavior. Okay, that's where we're going to end it here because I'm starving. And I need to take care of the cats. I did feed them when I got home, but yeah, I'm hungry. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be off tomorrow. I'm actually going to be hanging out with my brother. Right? Well, I don't know if he's actually coming along. I think it's going to be me and the sister-in-law. There's going to be an aid, a help. All right, for trivia for 2, Harry Potter trivia, which means I just realized if I'm going to the Harry Potter trivia, I really need to contact my friend back in New Jersey because he's a Harry Potter fanatic. He's got to let me give me some knowledge. All right, take care, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you guys Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Take care, and yeah, have a good one. Stay cool. All right, bye. Hopefully, it won't be as scuffed as before. All right.
have a very good day. Best